Muslim Men versus the Tenticore, a short story by Mohammed Abdullah. Copyright Mohammed Abdullah.
The Guardian of the Golden Tide. The sun began its slow descent over the city of Oakhaven, painting the sky in shades of amber and violet. But something was wrong. A strange, swirling tide had risen from the harbor, flooding the streets with glowing, mysterious water. High above the chaos, Najid, known to the world as the superhero MM, stood on the edge of a clock tower. He adjusted his black cap, his blue tactical suit shimmering in the evening light. He knew this wasn't an ordinary flood. Something was calling the water up. Suddenly, the water erupted. A massive, slimy limb surged upward, shattering a stone bridge like it was made of toothpicks. Then another appeared, and another. A giant creature, the Tenticore, rose from the depths. It was a monstrous octopus, with skin the color of deep plums and eyes that burned like twin emeralds. It let out a low, vibrating roar that shook the windows of the skyscrapers. Didn't hesitate. "In the name of the most merciful, let's protect this city," he whispered to himself. He leaped from the tower, his boots hissing as they deployed small thrusters. The emblem on his chest pulsed with a bright, rhythmic light, signaling that his suit was at full power. He was a streak of blue lightning against the setting sun, diving straight toward the heart of the storm. Before he could engage the beast, spotted a young boy named Zane clinging to a floating wooden sign. The boy's eyes were wide with terror as a swirling current pulled him toward a dark alley. Changed course instantly. He swept down, his gloved hand reaching out. "Hold on tight, Zane," he shouted over the roar of the water. With a swift movement, he scooped the boy up and landed him safely on a high, dry balcony. The Tenticore noticed the hero and lashed out. A thick, suction-cupped tentacle whipped through the air, aimed directly at The hero spun in mid-air, the wind whistling past his ears. He narrowly avoided the strike, the tentacle smashing into a nearby lamppost instead. The impact sent a shower of sparks into the flooded street. The monster was fast. Before could recover, a second tentacle coiled around his waist like a giant python. He gasped as the creature's grip tightened, lifting him high above the water. The Tenticore pulled him close to its massive, beak-like mouth. Struggled, his muscles straining against the overwhelming strength of the beast. Closed his eyes for a brief second, finding his center. He remembered that true strength didn't just come from his suit, it came from his heart and his faith. He breathed out slowly, focusing all the energy of his tactical suit into the emblem. "Patience and prayer," he muttered. The emblem began to glow with a blinding, golden radiance that pushed back the shadows of the evening. The golden light was too much for the creature of the deep. Tenticore shrieked and loosened its grip. Seized the moment. He broke free and delivered a powerful, light-infused punch to the monster's side. The impact created a shockwave of energy that sent ripples through the flooded streets, pushing the water back toward the ocean. Defeated and dazzled by the light, the Tenticore realized it could not win. It turned and dove back into the deep trenches of the harbor. As it disappeared, the mysterious tide began to recede rapidly, the water flowing out of the city as quickly as it had arrived. The streets were left wet and glistening, but the danger had passed. As the last sliver of the sun vanished beneath the horizon, Oakhaven was quiet once more. Stood on the sidewalk, his suit's glow fading to a soft hum. People began to emerge from their homes, cheering for their guardian. Najid looked up at the first stars appearing in the sky, offered a silent prayer of thanks, and vanished into the shadows, ready for whenever he might be needed again.